Hello, everybody, Clive5 here, bringing you more SpyParty Commentary. We're going to finish up our set of 15 games on Courtyard between Wakl and Smash. So this is my last set of 5 games here. Wakl is the spy, and we're going to move on here. We're going to get started. Wakl, the spy, who is Yellow Danger. Smash, who is the sniper. He has 850 games to his name, according to SpyParty statistics. Wakl is not listed, which doesn't really mean that he hasn't played a lot of games, just means that he hasn't played an obscene amount of games. Now, Brown Dress gets a highlight for checking out statues, as does the spy, Wakl, Yellow Danger, who's attempting to swap the statue right now. Now, he did get, did he get an action test green on that? I'm going to have to check that out. Okay, so he did get a green swap. That does not mean that he's safe. All that means is that when the next player, when the next AI walks up to this statue, it's going to switch. And if Smash is paying close enough attention, then he will notice that the statue is switched and that the culprit is either the AI who switched it or Yellow Danger. Now, it looks like he did not check he did not do a time ad there. So just checking his watch, moving into a conversation circle, gonna try to be unsuspicious. Okay, so before we see the inevitable shot taking place here, I wanna move back around. So not Bondo, Yellow Danger was here, got a green swap on the statue. So now I'm gonna try to move this forward to the right spot. I want to actually have free camera for a moment here. I'm not quite sure if someone can tell me how to get access to the mouse while I'm in free mode, so that okay, hold down control. Never mind, I figured it out. Haha, thanks guys. Alright, so Bondo goes in to inspect the statue. Now when it's in his hand, statue transforms. So he gets a highlight at that moment just because he's standing at the statue. So now you can see that the statue is different. It's a number 2 height. Most snipers memorize the statue by the height, so there's a short, which they call 1, a medium, which they call 2, and a tall, which they call 3. Bondo walks away. Sniper thinks that he knows for sure that it's Bondo. Takes the shot, but lo and behold, it was actually Yellow Danger. So, game 1. Smash. Wakl was the spy. Wakl wins that one for pinning it on Bondo. And just to recap, the score to this point, if you will, is 6 games for Wakl and 4 games for Smash. Wakl won the first game here, so now it's 7-4. I'm going to move on to game 2 here. Smash is the spy in orange dress. It's been a little while, and Spy has not actually taken control yet. Spy AI control. Why is that text there? I don't think the text should be there. Alright, there we go. Finally takes control and leads the conversation. So, again, the spy can decide when to take control of the character. Until that point, the spy is being controlled by the AI. So, Blondo gets a highlight, and I'm not quite sure why that is. It could be because entering a conversation circle and speaking right away. So I'm going to try to watch that again and see what might have caused Blondo. Oh, it's I think from going to the statues. No, and he did not start speaking right away. But he did stand awfully close to another character, which does happen. AIs do that, obviously. They'll stand mighty close to another character. But it is indicative of a flirt. And you can't see who the seduction target is. So, Sniper does not know that Red Dress happens to be the seduction target. There isn't really anything going on here. I'm not really sure what he's looking for. Now, Blondo goes back to the statues, which again is very suspicious. I'm not sure if that was the same side that he was at before, but it could be indicative of spy-like behavior. I'm not sure exactly what, as a sniper, I would be thinking if I saw Blondo go back to a statue. I don't think it's swapped, so right now... Oh, I missed there was a guest list purloin, and it happened fairly early. So let's go back to this moment here. Oh, that's what was going on here. So the spy is actually in the same conversation circle, and it was a white purloin. Unfortunately, at this precise moment, the laser is focused on this other conversation circle. So the spy turns to take a drink, and the guest list disappears. And Sniper misses it. So there you go, and it looks like does she still have a drink? Yeah, she still has a drink. I don't know at what point it's caught that the drink list is gone, or that the guest list is gone. If it's caught at all, maybe. So the spy gulped the drink and now is maybe free of potentially of any of any guilt here, of any suspicion of purloining the guest list. Now I think he notices. Now I think he notices. He's watching very closely. This is another hotbed. Spy standing very close to the ambassador, which is very risky. If I was a spy, I've been in this conversation circle for a long time. I've gotten away with purloining the guest list. It's time to probably do something else. Not that it's smart to run away from the ambassador, because that's kind of a tell in itself, especially for high-end players. But that's a risky situation. She has been standing there in the conversation circle for a long, long time now, and I think this is Smash, who's the spy. Still there, rejects drink from Toby again, and now finally leaves. And to be honest, I'm not quite sure what Wakl is looking for. Low lights everyone in this conversation circle, which again is kind of strange. Meanwhile, it looks like the spy is going for some seduction. Has seduce up to 85%, which is fantastic. But is running out of time, as you can tell. Weird bounce around there. Banana bread. The double agent. All right, banana bread moment, and we pause because this is my favorite moment of the game, because it gives you lots of lowlights. It gives you tons of information. So Wakl, low light. Both of these guys are DA and suspected DA, so they should be low lit. You can now low light Blondo, who's been a high suspect since very early, especially since he hit statues a couple times early on. Really the only... Oh! That was actually really unfortunate timing for a banana bread, because neither of these people were in a conversation circle. So as a sniper, now you want to say, I know that this was a fake banana bread, who's talking? So we have wait a minute. Is this Blondo? Blue Jack? I don't know who's Blondo, who's Blue, or is that? Oh no, that's oh, that's Bondo. Okay, it's hard to tell when they're low lit. I don't know. Wait, maybe this is Bondo. I don't know. Blondo, Bondo, bow tie. I'm gonna call him oh, he's red tie, isn't he? I don't remember what the official names are, but you get the idea. So he's in a conversation circle talking. Not necessarily that's an absolute, because you can still pull off a green fake banana bread and appear as though you're not talking. And orange dress is talking, and with the spy. So with not a whole lot of time left, as the sniper, I would be looking for who's talking in a conversation circle right now, because we know that both of the double agents weren't there. That was a really strange... Okay, so what the spy was attempting to do right there is a really, really risky maneuver. I don't know if you caught that, but the spy exited the conversation circle and then immediately re-entered the conversation circle next to the seduction target so that she could try to complete the seduction, which she does. However, only has 6 seconds left. So now the only potential way that she can win is adding time, trying to bait the spy or the sniper into shooting, or maybe possibly pulling off a bug. Unfortunately, the sniper is looking straight at the ambassador. So it looks like she's going to go try to do a time ad, which she does, and does not finish it. Does not finish the time ad. But it looks like she was about to get shot there. So I think either way, Spy would have been screwed. There you have it. So Smash loses that one as well. So now it's 8-4 in favor of Wakl. Game 3 here. Wakl is the spy in blue dress. So, starting off memorizing statues. Wakl going straight to the statues. Actually, strangely blocking both statues, which is really frustrating for the spy. So he doesn't really know if... oh, that's actually Snaps. My apologies. So Snaps... doesn't know if Snaps actually pulled off... and I just want to watch that beginning part again. Doesn't know if Snaps pulled off a statue swap or anything. Because he was right in there. From the entire time, you can't see what that statue is. And he's trying to move around, trying to get a good view of what statue that is. Can't quite see it. I think that might have been a tall... might have been a 3, not quite sure. But it's definitely smart to keep Snaps as a highlight victim. So now Blue Dress is actually at the statue doing the inspects. Most likely not going to do a swap, I would guess. It's very difficult to... swap is probably one of the hardest. Because it's such a hard tell. Though Blue Dress has been standing at the statues for quite some time. She is highlit, so kind of at risk right now. Takes kind of a little bit of a funky path, maybe into the conversation circle. So I just want to watch that again. Makes a really wide bore around and sort of a strange arc into the conversation circle. When you watch an AI do it, they will often take very tight turns into the conversation circle, into the slot that they want to take. They won't kind of take an angle. They won't take a weird diagonal angle into the conversation circle like that. Like watch Red Plaid right here. Just walking, stops, turns into the conversation circle. So I don't know, that if that was being watched by a pro player, they might be a little bit more suspicious of Blue Dress. Yellow Danger is highlight too. That's kind of... Did I miss that from early on? Was that from statues at the very beginning, maybe? I'm really not sure why Yellow Danger got highlight there. Alright, anyway, alright, so let's go back. That again was just just a little bit of a weird path over to the window. Checks watch but does not attempt a time ad. Moves a little bit further down the window. That was a really risky maneuver. I'm not quite sure why the spy did that. So it takes 3 steps and stops there in the window. And that might have attracted attention. And now is going to run away from her mistake. Into conversation circle next to the seduction target. Doesn't have very many missions complete. As you can see, only 1 statue inspected, and not a very solid seduce. Looks like he's keeping pretty close eye on the ambassador, which is smart. There's a lot of people crowded right in here. And banana bread. Okay, banana bread goes off. And again, as I always like to do, find who we can eliminate, which is very few people. Our Unfortunately for the sniper, probably who I would call, maybe that was a previous game, but Blondo in the statues can now be eliminated. These two are talking. The sniper knows that there's a suspected DA in this chat circle, and a suspected DA in this chat circle. There's not a whole lot going on elsewise. Green polka dots, already low lit, ambassadors walking around, so not much that can be said there. And these guys in the conversation circle, no suspected DA. So it could have been a fake banana bread, but that doesn't really seem super likely. So yes, Blondo gets the low light, or blue jacket. Maybe he's blue jacket. He's got to be blue jacket. So that was a very well-timed and effective banana bread. And for some reason, Snaps gets shot. I'm guessing that Snaps got shot because he... No. How long was he standing there in the conversation circle before he talked? Man, he was there for quite some time. So, my guess then is that since Snaps was probably his highest priority victim, or I guess suspect, from the beginning when he was standing at those statues blocking his view. So it's easy to get tunnel vision on someone, especially very early on when you think that there's shenanigans going on. And I'm guessing that was just the case of what happened there. That was game 3, I believe. Now we're moving on to game 4. So that was a victory for Wakl again. So we're 9-4. That's not right. Yeah, it is. Okay, 9-4. Moving on to game 4 here. Smashes a spy, blue jacket. Excuse me, I'm starting to get a little bit hoarse now because I've commentated 13 of these games in a row. Blue dress gets a highlight for some reason, which is a little bit strange. Maybe because she has a drink in her hand, but guest list is still there, so that doesn't quite make sense. So far not much has gone down, but Spy is really following his seduction target around. It looks like he's going to get another seduce off right here. In great position for it, he's standing real close and gets that seduce up to 68%. So he's maybe one seduce away from finishing up. Also in close proximity of the ambassador, the general does a briefcase swap, which gets him high lit, it looks like. Oh, because he stopped dead in his tracks. All right, I want to get real close here. That was real strange. You rarely see an AI come to a full stop like that. And I suppose only when they have a briefcase, but still, it's maybe a little bit of a panic moment. Where'd he go? Okay, so the general picks up the briefcase and is pathing around to try to get to the ambassador. Ambassador goes into a conversation circle. General comes to a full stop, repaths over to the ambassador, and hands off the briefcase, but gets a highlight in the process, I guess. There are a lot of highlights going on here in this conversation circle. But there's nothing. None of these are actually active characters in the game, so there might be a little bit of tunnel vision away from what's going on here, and it looks like Blue Jacket, well, hasn't really accomplished a whole lot in the last 10 seconds. And in fact, really hasn't accomplished much this whole match yet. Purple dress, a little bit awkward staying in the conversation circle alone, but doesn't get highlight for it. Because White Danger comes up and saves her from that awkward moment. You know the one. And the Purloin guest list is happening right now, and it was a red. Now I want to show you what happens during a red Purloin guest list. Because it is real freaking obvious. Not only does the guest list disappear, but it flashes. It flashes something fierce. So let me go back here. I guess let me go to the spy cam. Alright. Hang on. Back up. Still kind of getting used to these controls here. That's not what I wanted. So he turns around, grabs the drink, flash, 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 and he runs from the circle. Which is smart. Because at that moment, and again I'm going to back up again. At that moment, Sniper is on the opposite side of the courtyard. So you can see that the guest list is going to flash here, but that's not where his focus is centered. His focus is centered on plaid dress. Flash, flash, flash. Blue suit is out of the picture. He has a drink in his hand, but he's going to walk over to this conversation circle
Banana bread.
and be rather safe. Banana bread goes off. This is... it's an okay banana bread. You have a high suspect here walking around, which is good. You got Yellow Jacket walking around, which is good. Unfortunately, you have one of your DAs, suspected DAs, which again, the spy can't see who the suspected double agent is, only who the double agent is. So he doesn't know that the suspected double agent that the sniper sees is actually at a window. There are a few people in. To be fair, there are lots of people in conversation circles, but there's lots of people walking around too. So you can eliminate Yellow Jacket. You can eliminate Blue Dress. And that's probably it. There we go. This gets the low light on Blue Jacket. Or Blue Dress, rather. And gulps his drink. So now he's clean from that purloin. Totally clean from the purloin. Moving back into the conversation circle, and he's going to complete his seduce, it looks like. Oh, and gets it to 99%, which is just painful. And is starting to run out of time here. So I'm going to be interested to see whether or not a shot is fired, or if he's going to wait for time to run out. Looks like he's going to try to swap the statue, but I think the sniper is watching. He's not watching. Got a green... Wait a minute. That was a green inspect. It was a green swap. Okay, green swap. 2 green inspects, which is fantastic for his case, but he's still going to run out of time. If only he had gotten a little bit closer on that seduce, it would have gone into... Oh, he got the 2 inspects. Oh. And so at that moment, when the sniper knows that it's going into overtime, he has moments. He has only moments to shoot. So there are only a few situations in which the game will go into overtime. And the sniper, so that's if there's a green purloin or a green statue swap. So it's not necessarily game over. Basically, the sniper has to watch for who's looking at who's going to swap a statue, and who's going to take a guest list, or who's going to take a drink. So you can almost kind of narrow it down, maybe by I don't know. I mean, you had to act quickly. He took a shot at the general. It wasn't the general. It was Blue Jacket. So there you go. Game 5 here, and so that one goes to Smash! That one goes to Smash because Wakl freaked out and shot someone at the last second, and Smash had completed the objectives and had really gotten away with it. So, last game of the series here, the score is 9-5. So Wakl's going to win the series of these 15 games on Courtyard. But we'll still see how this last one goes. Wakl is a spy, Blue Danger in the back, memorizing statues, and Buckswagel getting a highlight for that statue rush. Also standing close to the ambassador. Risky business.
Banana bread.
Wow, super early and ballsy banana bread. Maybe not the best idea because you can eliminate quite a few people at this point. Red tie, or blue navy blonde navy jacket. Buckswagel's out. Blue jacket here is walking around. Redhead ginger was walking around. Well, that's a double agent or suspected double agent. So that's like 3 or 4 lowlights that you can get from that banana bread. And I've heard this said, and I hadn't really thought about it, but there really isn't any advantage to doing such an early banana bread. And it looks like Smash is eliminating quite a few people. I think he's eliminating people who weren't in a conversation circle with a DA or suspected DA. I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not. He didn't lowlight Purple Dress, though, for some reason. Was Purple Dress talking through that banana bread? I want to go back to that moment when the banana bread... I think it's up here. All right.
Banana bread.
All right, so there's a banana bread. And... man. For some reason... oh, Purple Dress has a little bit of a stutter there, I guess. So, low-lighting everyone who was in this other conversation circle. Oh, and Purple Dress entered that conversation circle, so she didn't get a low light. Okay, I got it. But still, right now, the spy seems to be in pretty good, even though taking kind of a risky maneuver there, doing another window-to-window. Window-to-window isn't necessarily bad, especially on balcony. It's just not a very common move, especially to walk down the same window. Very strange maneuver. So again, this is another kind of strange situation where an AI just stands in a really strange spot. I might have even low-lit green dots for that. Okay, and he does low-light green dots and highlights Blue Danger for going to the statues. I'm not sure why he chose to highlight at that moment instead of earlier for the weird window-to-window. But right now it looks like his only highlights are Blue Danger and Yellow Danger, so I'm actually thinking that the spy might be in a little bit of danger right now. No pun intended. Back to the window again, standing super close to the ambassador too, so I'm not sure if he's going to attempt a bug at this point. Watching Toby's tray for that potential purloin as well. And nothing really going on. Spy entering an empty conversation circle in the back there. Standing there too long, actually. And the ambassador kind of saved his ass a little bit. And then he bolts. He bolts on the ambassador. That's real strange and rude. Not to there's a lot going on in this conversation circle. Blue Danger is right in the middle of things, and Red Plaid Jacket gets a highlight for what, in my mind, looked like a pretty. Okay, so he gets a highlight for going to statues actually, but then he pulls off a pretty good. Was he the one with the briefcase? I thought he had the briefcase. I might be starting to lose it here. Too many of these in a row. You never know. Alright, so Purple Dress now gets a highlight. just for going over the statues. Okay, so yeah, red plaid does pick up the briefcase, and is gonna execute that really well. I would probably low light him for that. So there was a purloin, green purloin. You can see that it's flashing there. So next person to take a drink is going to take that guest list. Only not a whole lot of time left, so you might try to rush on getting an inspect and a time ad. Oh, and just went to those statues too many times. I don't know if that was partially lucky guess or just partially a hunch, just because of all those statue visits. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this additional set of, well, I guess it's not additional, this third set of SpyParty commentaries. The last game goes to Smash. So the ending record was 9-6, actually pretty close it ended up being. So again, if you have any comments on my commentary, please let me know in the comments below. Check out my Twitch, twitch.tv/clive@5, and catch you next time.